So it has been a while since my last video, and the fun, exciting thing about that is that things have actually been happening, even though I have not been posting any updates on YouTube. And I am excited to say that my shell is complete. We're picking it up in a few days as of this recording, and we're going to be able to start the interior work right after Thanksgiving. So I am extremely excited, and this means that I'm going to be able to start filming all the work that's going on the inside of the house. And there's some other things that I want to share along the way. In the meantime, I'm staying on a beautiful property, and this location is where we're going to be completing the interior work of the house. There's an RV pad that's all prepped and ready for us to put the tiny house on. So where I'm staying in the meantime is this adorable place called the Treehouse Bungalow, and it's a partially off-grid little it's an upstairs level of a pole barn, and it's half off-grid. So I've got electricity, but I don't have running water. So I have set up what is a partially off-grid kitchen, and it's working really well, which is exciting. And what's so fun about this to me is that I am living extra tiny before going and moving into my tiny house. So this is a really fun experience to be in kind of an adorable little cabin, or an upstairs room that feels like a cabin, out in the middle of the woods at fall time in North Carolina, which is gorgeous. So I'm going to show you guys around my little home that I'm living in until my tiny house is done. Okay, so this is the beautiful pole barn that I am living in, and I'm going to take you upstairs with me and show you around. So we've got the entrance right here, and right now we have some things in the entryway that need to be dealt with. This entire place isn't quite done yet. We still need to add some hooks on the wall right as you come in the entryway. And there are going to be a few framed photos that'll be up as well. So those are waiting currently. And then once we come in, the whole space is really small, but a great size for me and what I need. So right here we have my area where I deal with all things water. So I do my dishwashing here. This is where my drinking water is, all of that sort of thing. And I've got a wonderful cutting board as well, so it's a good prep area. But essentially I have a Barreau gravity-fed water filter, which I really love. It holds up to 3 gallons at one time, which is more than enough for me. And so I just, fill that up every few days. And then I have this glass water dispenser that I use for washing water. So none of this water is filtered. And it's really nice to just be able to dispense water into a basin like a traditional sink. I have to be very careful about my water usage, which honestly is not a bad thing at all. But because I have a limited supply, and this holds 2 gallons at one time, so this has to be refilled a little bit more often. And I've got some dishes here I need to wash as well. But I have a tea kettle, and I use this, all the time. But definitely for dishwashing purposes, I'll just heat up some water, and then I use that in combination with the cold water dispenser here for rinsing. And that works really well. And down here I've got 2 plastic sinks that I have stowed away. They're collapsible. And that's what I pull out when I need to really wash some dishes or collect dirty dishes. And then over here we have the bed. It's a very comfortable mattress. And then over here we have the rest of the kitchen setup. So this is a vintage dry sink that I found at a local antique shop, and it was perfect for this space. Exactly what I needed. And down here beside the dry sink, we've got all of my dishes and some flour, and pans, toaster oven, and then on top of the dry sink, I have a hot plate, which has been working out really well. Utensils, currently have some soup defrosting, and some candles, because why not? And then moving over here, we have a space heater, which has been more than enough to keep this place warm, and a nice comfy chair, and then an ottoman that doubles as storage, which is extremely handy as well. And then we have this little closet, and this is going to end up having a door over it. So that's something that's going to happen in the future. But for now, it's open, which is actually really convenient because I'm in here a lot. This is where I have all of my cold food storage. So this is a little car refrigerator. It's got 2 different sections to it, and I can control the temperatures independently, which is awesome. So I've got that acts as my fridge, and then I was able to pick up a little chest freezer as well, and that's my freezer. And then right here, this lamp, I end up moving back and forth between the 2 items, which works for now, but I think ultimately this space needs a light that's mounted on the wall, so I'm sure that'll be an awesome addition. But this is a vintage chest that I found also at the antique store in this area, and this holds all my clothes, and it also came with this black wooden stand, so I have additional storage down there, and I put stuff down there that I don't need daily access to because it's a little bit tricky to access some of that. But this closet has been definitely serving my needs and working out really well. And then obviously I do not have running water, so I do not have a bathroom in here, but there is a bathroom in the nearby house, which is an Airbnb, and it's a Narnia themed house, which is pretty incredible. You can see it out of this window. That's that house, and there is a bathroom on the back side of it that has a separate access, and that's what I use. And I have a little bag that I pack up with my clothes, and it's got my towel and all my toiletries, and I just take that with me, so it's actually extremely convenient. To me, it feels like camping, but like really nice camping, where you have fully functioning, super nice bathroom. It just means I end up taking a few more walks during the day, which I don't mind at all. I'll take any excuse to get outside. So it's been working great, and it feels intentional because I have, a bag that's comfortable to carry, and I just put all my stuff in it and I'm good to go. So that's how I handle that side of things. And then another piece of this for me is video calls. I work remotely as a web developer, and I'm on Zoom calls on a regular basis. So to have a setup that works well for that, I was able to find what I'm treating as a little card table. And I have a little laptop stand that I made, which is super handy. It comes apart. I can take that dowel out, so the whole thing folds down. But I can set it up wherever I need, and I just move this card table wherever I need it, and I can sit on the bed, I can sit in the chair, and it works great for calls. And thankfully, the Wi-Fi here is great. So that is a quick little tour of the Treehouse Bungalow and my current home until my tiny house is built. And I'm really excited to share that process. I think what I'm going to start doing is making some vlogs and just kind of documenting things as they happen in real time. And I'm excited to share more about that building process, and then also some of the details of living in this partially off-grid setup. It's been really fun. It's been a really good learning experience for me, and really empowering to kind of see what options are available to you if you are not in a traditional system where you're tied to the grid and you have all of the utilities that are common in houses. So it's been really fun to think through different ideas of how to approach things and do research and figure out how other people are doing stuff. So I'm excited to share all of that. And the place that I'm staying, it's called Magnolia Homestead, and there are multiple Airbnbs here that people can come stay at. So once I am in my tiny house, the Treehouse Bungalow is going to be available as an Airbnb at some point. So heads up, anybody who thinks that this place is cute and wants to come try it out, you will probably have that opportunity in a few months. So stay tuned if you want to follow along as we build out the interior of my tiny house, and if you want to kind of see what it's like to live in this really cool little treehouse bungalow.